Welcome to WM Supplier Onboarding. In this short video, we will outline the steps you need to take to become a Coupa-linked supplier. The process of becoming a WM Coupa supplier begins when you receive an email invitation requesting information, like the one shown here. As a new supplier, you have two options: join and respond, or respond without joining. Let's take a closer look at why you would want to join and respond, or becoming a Coupa-linked supplier. First of all, it's free to the supplier. Next, you can receive purchase orders electronically and submit invoices against those POs electronically. You can view invoice payment status and update your supplier profile information whenever necessary. If we look at the respond without joining option, there are some pros and cons. First, the pros. It's free to the supplier, you receive purchase orders via email, and you submit invoices against POs via a link in the email. The cons, however, are the supplier must maintain the original PO email if needing to invoice multiple times. There's no self-service option to view invoice payment status or update your supplier profile information. For those options, the supplier must contact WM to obtain invoice payment information or to make updates to their account. Now that we've covered the two response options, we will demonstrate WM's preferred option, join and respond, since the steps are virtually the same for the two response options. Before beginning the registration process, please ensure you have electronic versions of your certificate of insurance, banking information, and W-9 documents available for uploading to the system during the registration process. We will start the registration process by clicking on the Join and Respond button. After clicking the button, we'll be taken to the Create Your Business Account screen. The email address will be grayed out and can't be changed. The next step will be to create an account password using the password criteria shown, then confirming the password. Next, read the privacy policy and the terms of use. After agreeing to the terms, click I accept and click Get Started. Review the initial supplier information shown and update or complete any information needing correction. Review the fields marked as Also Use This Address As, and check or uncheck the options shown as needed to match your company's invoicing, paying, and shipping addresses. Then click Next. On the Discounts page, use the drop-downs next to the default payment terms to indicate any discounts your company offers, then click Next. At the next page, click the Take Me There button to complete your remaining registration information. At the About This Form page, you'll be asked to choose your language preference. Choose English, unless French is your primary supplier language. As you scroll down the page, you should notice the company name field will default based on the initial form request. If it needs updating, make corrections. Review and update the primary contact and address information, including the email address and phone number. Review the ordering address information to validate all information is accurate, and ensure to enter a PO email address where your company chooses to receive purchase orders. Scroll to the Requested Payment Method and Payment Currency section and choose your requested payment method and payment currency. For demo purposes, we will pick ACH EFT option and USD currency. Next, scroll to the Add Remittance Address and ACH EFT section. In our demo, we are showing the ACH EFT option, so we will select Yes to provide ACH EFT information. but choose the option that is right for your company, if not ACH EFT. Next, go to the Remit to Addresses section and click on the Add Remit to button. When you see the Choose Remit to Address screen, then you will click on the Create New Remit to Address button to create your remit to address with payment information. At the Where's Your Business Located screen, enter your company's legal entity name and the country or region that it is located in. Then click Continue. At the Tell Your Customers About Your Organization screen, ensure you have at least selected WM as one of the customers to see this information. Enter the address from which you invoice, including the city, state, and postal code. Also ensure you enter your tax ID. Then click Save and Continue. Next, we need to determine where you want to receive payment. Payment types include address, bank account, or virtual card. In our case, for our EFT, we would choose bank account, then fill in the resulting options. Then click Save and Continue. If you're done, then click Next. The next question will be, where do you ship goods from? If the address is correct, leave it. Otherwise, you can click Manage and change it. In this case, we'll leave it and click Done. Once setup is complete, you'll click Add Now. And then continue completing the form. When returned to the form, scroll back up to the Remit To section and make sure the remittance notification email address is filled in. This can be the address you want remittance notification sent to. In this case, we'll use the same address we've used for others. Then we'll scroll down and then answer the questions. And it says, was ACH EFT selected as the payment method above? We'll say yes. It'll ask questions such as, is it a US account or Canadian account? In our case, it was a US account for bank. The account type, it has to either be checking or savings, so indicate appropriately. We'll choose checking. The account currency, we confirm it's still there. The other information we chose earlier. Then you must add a bank account document. So then you'll want to look at the options available to you: voided check, letter, or document from your bank, a signed letter of authorization. Select the file that works for that. Add that on. Indicate whether this is active or inactive. We'll say, of course, active. Look at the legal entity information. So we just, again, confirm the legal entity name's correct. In this case, it's a U.S. company. Your business tax classification. This particular case is a C Corp, but it would be based on whatever your company is based upon. Your federal tax ID would be listed here. It will ask you what type of federal tax form you're going to include as an attachment. I'm going to say W-9 here. Add my file. Once I've added the file, it'll ask again, organization type. This is a corporation. And then you come to your certificate of insurance. The next fields to complete are the certificate of insurance fields. Note, Waste Management requires all suppliers to provide proof of insurance that meets minimum requirements. Please refer to www.suppliers.wm.com for Waste Management supplier insurance requirements. In the section below, provide your policy state and end date and attach your certificate of insurance. For our effective date for our policy, it will be on 3/21/22, and our expiration date will be a year from that date, again based on our policy. We'll add the file. And then we'll go on down the form. The next questions that come up are around supplier sustainability information. You'll answer as appropriate based on what you have here. We'll answer no for this particular instance. Diversity information. This information, if your company is a diverse supplier, you'll answer yes. In our case, we'll put no. Do you have a diversity certification from a recognized agency? Again, we'll put no since we weren't a diverse supplier. The last section here, contact information and certification. So the key points here, by putting in your name, title, email address, and phone number, you're certifying that the information provided is correct. Continue reading the information below for sending it, then scroll down and submit for approval. A message at the top of the form, your information has been submitted and is pending approval, will indicate you'll await next steps from WM to determine if you'll be accepted as a supplier.